Your Honor, can you hear me real quick?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a docket. Who the heck are you?
I joined late. I was just wondering if I was
Okay.
called up yet.
Really?
Your Honor, I'm very sorry to interject. I'm just asking if I have been called up yet.
Seriously. Seriously.
Sir, please.
Mr. Buss, call your attorney. Call the public defender's office.
I did.
As if I
Well, counsel, you have to take that up with the sheriff's department. I don't know what your beef is. If you got an issue with that, ask them to redact it. Don't bring that before me because I'm not redacting it. So if I sent you for a test today, are you going to test positive?
It's positive. I mean,
Be careful how you answer me. Yeah, really.
Yes.
Know that with the pharmacology degree you have. Here we go.
A crazy day in Judge Simpson's court has the judge ready for a holiday. Here are today's highlights.
Excuse me, Your
Court
Honor.
calls the case. Court calls the case, People versus Pauline Macharia.
Your Honor, can you hear me real quick?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a docket. Who the heck are you?
I joined late. I was just wondering if I was
Okay.
called up yet.
Really? Maybe you ought to call your counsel. And you shouldn't have been late.
I had
Pauline Macharia. Stop talking.
McKinnon, First Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for the People.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please court Todd Kaluzny on behalf of Ms. Macharia.
Ms. Macharia, are you present?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right. She's at Oakdale. Got it. Okay, what are we doing on this?
Your Honor, can I have a brief breakout with my client?
That's not gonna happen.
Well, I tried to do it sooner, but I wasn't able to. But I just got the police videos and I reviewed them and I wanted to discuss them with my client.
Then you'll have to think of another time to do that other than in my docket.
Okay,
So how much
of asking to pass, that's all. But
did you want?
Your Honor, could we have 2 weeks? My client's going to be in Oakdale for a little while.
Probable cause conference will be adjourned April 27th, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court calls the case. People versus, is it Carla Friday? Carla Friday?
Call Friday.
Yes, sir.
We're ready in this matter, Your Honor.
Jessica Blanche Perry on behalf of People.
Your Honor, Lauren Brown, Deputy Chief Public Defender, appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Carla Friday. Ms. Friday, could you please state your name for the record?
My name is Carla Friday. My birthday is 6/3/91.
Thank you, Ms. Friday. So, Your Honor, I've had a chance to speak with Ms. Friday, and based on that discussion, we are going to be requesting a referral for both competency and criminal responsibility.
Okay, I have signed those orders. I will order a forensic evaluation. I'll set a competency hearing 60.
June 8th.
June 8th, shortly after her birthday. June 8th, 2023, 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Bond will continue. Thank you.
For the birthday present from my client. Your Honor, my client does have some medical concerns that I think that she wanted to let the court know about. Ms. Friday.
Okay.
So I do have some nerve damage from this clozaril medicine that I was taking for my mental health back in the previous few years. It causes me to have seizures. I seize up, and I have been doing this for probably the last 4 or 5 days now, since the 8th. And I need medical attention. I need to get my gabapentin back in.
So, Ms. Friday, there was a hospital that you said would be able to help you with that. What is that hospital?
Yeah, that is Chelsea Mercy Hospital.
Your Honor, my client is asking to be released to Chelsea Mercy Hospital on the personal reconnaissance bond.
Okay. I'm not going to do that without some further additional information. I would suggest, ma'am, have you directed your issues or addressed those issues with the medical staff at the jail?
Yes, they don't seem to know a lot and they can't give me the medication I need here. That's why I requested to go to Chelsea Mercy Hospital. They do help me in my time of needs.
Okay, Ms. Friday. So what we'll do is we'll get together and see if we can have some sort of verification of that, and then we'll address it to the court again later. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. That would be the appropriate way to handle it. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Court
you.
does call the case. People of the state of Michigan versus Eloise Cook. I'm sorry, were you ready on that one?
I'm ready.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert J. Kill on behalf of Eloise Cook.
Nimish Ganatra, First Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for the People.
Eloise, would you state your name, please?
Yes, Eloise Cook.
Judge, can we set this for exam on the 25th?
Whoa, Stillwell, what's happening?
Judge, I'm sorry, I took my computer and I got it back. It's even worse now. Can we just set it for the 25th? I'm about ready to throw this thing in the dumpster. And I apologize.
So you want it set for exam?
Yes, on the 25th, Your Honor.
You don't get to pick a date, but fine. Preliminary examination in person, April 25th, 2023, 9 a.m. before Judge Washington.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bond continued. Thank you.
Your Honor, I'm very sorry to interject. I'm just asking if I have been called up.
Seriously.
Sir, please.
Mr. Buss, call your attorney, call the public defender's office.
I did.
Court calls the case, People versus Aaron Anderson. 2 cases.
Sorry, Jessica Blanche appearing on behalf of people.
Hi, how are you today?
Morning, Your Honor. Michael Gaddy, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Ms. Anderson.
Hi. I don't know who you are. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, ma'am.
Okay, good. Thank you. I wasn't sure. I was kind of scared that we wouldn't be able to.
Your Honor, this is the date and time, obviously scheduled for a PCC. I don't know why people say that. Your Honor, I think we have some bad phone number or contact information for Ms. Anderson because
Yeah.
it goes straight to voicemail. I'd ask the court to adjourn this. We may have a conflict in one of the matters anyway.
We do.
I haven't been able to discuss the matter with her. I'd ask that she contact my office and give them good information. And I have a number for her.
Your Honor,
All right, I'll adjourn this matter.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I've just
Go
been
ahead.
appointed like 5 minutes ago to a matter with Ms. Anderson.
Oh.
What?
This
got
is
two
from
lawyers?
Sandra White. I've just been appointed to a matter with Ms. Anderson.
Okay.
So she was probably appointed on the 22 F1 0869, Judge.
When did that happen?
Earlier this morning.
About 5 minutes.
Seriously,
Ago. About 5 minutes ago.
do I have an order?
I don't believe so. I was told to be sent over later because this just happened about 5 minutes ago.
Oh.
I don't have a motion. I don't have. Folks. Does Ms. Tang have a?
No, we do not have that.
I don't even have an order.
Judge, I'm so sorry. I am not seeing it yet, and I am getting a lot of emails regarding today's docket files right now.
This is sad.
Doesn't work this way, people. I gotta have those things before then. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna adjourn the probable cause of both these matters to April 4th, 2023, 9 a.m. The bond will continue in these matters.
Okay.
You guys get it straightened out, who's gonna represent who on whatever. Right now, I have the public defender still on both cases. That's the way to remain until I get an order. Ma'am, you are to contact the public defender's office. Do you know their number?
No, I do not. Can you, is there a way?
Okay, here it is. I'm gonna give it to you. You got something to write with.
Yep, sure do.
Area code 734
Mm-hmm.
222
Okay.
6970.
Got it. Thank you very much.
You are to leave with them a valid phone number and a valid email address. You're to do that immediately after you hang up from this hearing.
Yes, I will.
Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have a good one.
I believe you said April 4th.
Yes, that is what I said.
May 4th.
Okay,
Oh.
thank you.
What did I write?
I put April.
I wrote May 4th. I want to go back. April 4th was a good day. This is turned into whatever.
Okay, I'm ready on it. Judge,
All right.
Judge, just so you know, she's been testing positive for fentanyl. and-
Yes, I just got out of jail. I mean, what did you expect? I mean, of course I tested positive.
Hang on one moment. Can I have those files back? I have a fentanyl on 4-4 and then I have a missed sample. Why'd you miss? I do see.
I haven't had a missed sample. I called yesterday. I haven't called.
You were supposed to test, ma'am. You were supposed to test on the 10th,
What day is
Monday.
that?
The Monday.
I was not aware of the 10th. Today's the 13th and that's what date?
What?
I called
Today's the
yesterday,
13th.
And that's Monday.
You were
Tuesday,
supposed to
Wednesday.
test. So, ma'am, listen to me.
I am sorry.
On the 4th, you tested positive for.
That is correct, sir.
You were to test on Monday.
I was not aware of that and I did
Not
call.
test.
I was not aware of it. I did call. I didn't hear my number or the number.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
If I sent you for a test today, are you going to test positive?
It's positive. I mean,
Be
it's possible,
careful.
but it's
Be
not
careful
necessary.
how you answer me.
I have not used since my release, but it is not possible that it would come up positive with things that linger in your system longer.
Really?
The half-life of everything is different, so I cannot guarantee that.
You
it's
do
not
realize
the same.
today's the third. You do realize today's the 13th. When did you
Yes,
get
I do.
released?
But there's a long litany of things that were positive, so.
Yeah, really.
Yes.
Know that with the pharmacology degree you have. Here we go. You need to get over to community corrections today.
Yes.
Where are you ma'am, where are you located right now?
65 miles from Ann Arbor. That's my next question was to ask you, can I use, there's a testing facility in Jackson where I am located. And I have to have it released by you to them.
Want
so I
you
can actually walk
here.
here and go with urine.
Did you hear what I said?
No, sir.
Because you were talking.
I apologize.
You are to test at community corrections. Right now, the time is approximately 5 minutes to 10. You're 65 miles away.
Yes.
Even if you go under the speed limit, you can be here by noon. I want to test by noon. Otherwise, I am, okay, keep talking. What do you want to tell me?
I don't have a vehicle, sir. It's very hard. I mean, that's why I asked to use the one in Jackson that is approved through them because it's easier for me to get there. I can walk there.
Ma'am,
Yes, sir.
you are to get down to test at community corrections. Not having a vehicle, I'll give you till 2 o'clock. You need to test. If you don't test, I'm issuing a bench warrant for your arrest that will have no bond. If you
Okay,
test
now-
positive, you are to be taken into custody.
So basically, if I can't get there, which is going to be very hard for me to do, I am going to jail. is
You,
what you're telling me.
ma'am, you did not test.
I
You were
didn't
supposed to
use-
test, ma'am. You are telling me you did not use since you've been released. You were
No, sir,
released
I have
when?
not. I've been taking my Suboxone as prescribed.
And at some point prior to the 4th, a cocktail of a lot of other drugs. Then you don't show up for testing on the 10th.
Your Honor, would the court consider allowing her to test where people on bond in Jackson District Court would test?
I might consider it, but she really needs to get down here and test. Because I've got, it'd be one thing, Mr. Gaddy, if I had one drug, I got 4 different drugs flowing through her system. She's trying to tell me she hasn't used since she's been out, and she missed a test. So she's to test today by 2:00, or a bench warrant will issue. If she tests positive, because she shouldn't be testing positive for all of these drugs at this point, she is to be taken into custody. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks,
Court
Judge.
calls the case. People versus Demario Buckner.
I'm current assistant prosecutor on behalf of the people.
Andrew Bannister on behalf of Mr. Buckner. Mr. Buckner, could you please state your name?
Demario Buckner.
Okay, there he is. All right. I have before me a plea form that indicates the defendant would be pleading guilty to an added count 2 of use of a controlled substance analogs. And then the possession charge would be dismissed. It's further agreed. Defendant is pleading to the added count 2, and that he would be is pleading pursuant to 7411, or that he would be given that, although I cannot find the court that sentence because it's not my case.
That's a correct statement of the agreement, Your Honor.
Is that on behalf of the people, is that a correct statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Buckner, can you raise your right hand, please, sir? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
State your name for the record, please, sir.
Demario Buckner.
All right. Sir, it is this court's understanding that you are going to be pleading guilty to the charge of use of a controlled substance, I believe that being codeine. Is that your understanding, sir?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration and or a $1,000 fine plus court cost. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand also, sir, that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Freshour in 14A3 District Court.
Yes, sir.
Understanding all of that, do you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Thank you. Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, sir.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent and not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Anybody threatened you or coerced you?
No, sir.
You're doing this voluntarily?
Yes.
Of your own free will?
Yes.
And because you believe that you are guilty of this offense?
Yes.
On July 24th, 2022, at the location of I-94 near Baker Road, Scioto Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, did you have codeine in your possession?
Yes.
Had you used it?
No, sir.
Were you intending upon using it?
No, sir.
Your Honor, I believe he's allocating to the original count. Perhaps that would be sufficient for the use. I agree he wasn't using.
I understand that, but did you know that you had that in your possession, sir?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And you knew that it was codeine?
No, I did not know, sir.
Okay. Well, I don't even have a plea to the higher at this point.
Your Honor, given that we did discuss the plea process, I'm going to need to ask for an adjournment so we can discuss this again, please. And I'm, of course, hoping and asking that the 7411 agreement stay in place.
I'll keep it open.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Armstrong.
Probable cause conference will be adjourned. April 27, 2023, 9 a.m. as your Zoom invite indicates. Bond at this time will continue. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that for me just a second?
April 27th, 2023, 9 a.m. as your Zoom invite indicates. Your bond at this time will continue.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case, People versus Aaron McKinnon. I think that's how I pronounce it, or McKinnon.
Pauline, I'm sorry, the prosecutor of the people.
And Judge, good morning to you and your staff and Ms. Armstrong. Vincent Hayes, appearing with and on behalf of Ms. McKinnon, who's present from the Washington County Jail, appearing remotely with no objection.
And what are we doing today on this?
Judge, we're going to be setting for examination. I'm not sure what dates we have up, but I would need something in likely mid-May.
Okay, we can do that. I have a there is also a bond violation. He's on bond out of my court and out of 14A1. And this would be considered a violation of his bond if it's convicted of this. I don't know if you're aware of that, counsel.
I am, Your Honor. I did want to address that if I might. May I proceed?
You need mid-May?
Mid-May, yes.
Preliminary examination in person will be set May 16th, 2023, 9 a.m. That is before Judge Washington.
Judge Washington, you said?
Yes. All right. As to bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, last night after Mr. McKinnon had left my office, he contacted me and indicated that he had been chased by some individuals and he wasn't sure if those individuals were law enforcement or not. Now, I'm not going to get into a factual dispute because there's a police report that Deputy Pearson from the Washington County Sheriff's Office had produced, wherein he indicates that this is more akin, in his estimation, to a resisting. Nevertheless, Mr. McKinnon contacted me and said that he was chased and wanted to know if there was a warrant. I then immediately contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office, gave my information, my name and phone number, advised that I was his attorney, and inquired as to whether or not there was a warrant. They indicated that they would have the officer involved contact me, which he did. Deputy Pearson called me last night and advised that there was a warrant for a probation violation out of the Livingston Circuit Court. And that probation violation relates to this particular, the underlying case that we're here on today, the 2022 case. He was on height of probation when this case occurred. And they were attempting apparently to pick him up on a statewide pickup warrant. He turned himself in immediately. He contacted the sheriff's office actually because it was past his curfew time and asked that they pick him up. They advised they would not. And so he drove in and turned himself in on this particular violation. It's my understanding, based on seeing this police report and this conditional violation report, that they've recommended charges for resisting and obstructing. I'll let that process play out. But I do want to know one other thing, Your Honor. I've been practicing law for almost 12 years. I have reached out to law enforcement to turn a client in on, I can't even guess how many occasions, over 100 occasions. Never once has my personal address, contact information, and driver's license information been included in a police report. As if I
Well, counsel, you have to take that up with the sheriff's department. I don't know what your beef is. If you got an issue with that, ask them to redact it. Don't bring that before me because I'm not redacting it. So if you got a complaint, take it there. Go ahead with your motion.
I'm asking that the court issue an order to redact that information. I don't know why my home address would be listed, why my phone number would be listed. Why this is
have you talked to them about redacting it from the report, counsel?
To Pearson? No. I'm asking that the court issue an order for that.
And I'm telling you, contact them. If there's a problem, then get with the prosecutor, deal with it. I'm not just issuing a sua sponte order. Not gonna happen.
Well, it's not sua sponte. I'm asking the court to issue this as an order.
Denied. Then we're done, right?
Okay, well, then we're done on that aspect. But that's as to the explanation for the conditional bond violation.
I'll let Judge Washington take that bond violation up at the time. I'll let his bond continue at this point. She can see you on the 16th of May. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh, Mr. Avalos, please.
he's back. Avalos. System. Court calls the case. People versus Chandler Bus.
We are abashedly ready in this matter, Your Honor.
Vaughn Armstrong, Assistant Prosecutor on behalf of the people.
Mr. Buss, could you state your name and start out with a heartfelt apology for interrupting the court?
Yes, sir. My name is Chandler Buss. Your Honor, I'm very sorry that I interrupted. I forgot. It's been a minute since I've done Zoom calls. I forgot there was literally even a chat, and I was freaking out because I couldn't get into my phone until like 9:15, and I was making sure that I didn't miss my court date. That's all it was. I'm sorry about that.
Thank you.
All right.
Just don't do it again.
Yes, sir.
Your
Yes, sir.
Honor, despite Mr. Gaddy's objections, this is the date and time set for a probable cause conference. My client would respectfully request that this matter be set for a preliminary examination.
Before I set it for a preliminary examination, how come he can interrupt the court but can't get over to community corrections?
I have an explanation for that.
Go
So
ahead, Mr. Buss.
my dad's been working a lot. My parents have been out. My mom's been out of town. My grandma's been out of town. My grandpa's been out of town. I don't have a car. I don't have any money. There's no way that I could have got there. I don't know.
How come you didn't contact your attorney about that then?
I tried. I called him multiple times.
To tell him that you didn't get over to community corrections?
I've been trying to get a hold of it with Mr. I thought it was Lauren that was holding my case. I don't know much about what's going on, Your Honor. I'm just trying to figure stuff out.
Trying to contact them to tell them why you couldn't get to community corrections?
Yeah, I haven't been there since I got released from Hogback. That if they would have let me test that day, it would have been perfect. But I haven't really been around since then.
You're in Saline.
Right? No, I'm not. I'm homeless.
You got
so yeah.
Okay, then you're kind of even a little closer, but that's all right.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I most likely could probably go today. I'm not hiding. I don't have nothing to hide. I could not get there.
You want this set for preliminary examination, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Preliminary examination, that will be in person, April 25th, 2023, 9 a.m. That is before me. Defendant is to report to community corrections. Defendant to report to community corrections today.
Yes, Your Honor. One question.
If not, if he doesn't report, then a bench warrant will issue, no bond. Yeah, go ahead. What's your question?
Okay. The in-person court thing, are you guys gonna like send me information about that? Because I never got any information about this court Zoom call. I had to like call the public defender's office and get like the information.
You see that gentleman that's on the Zoom call, Mr. Brown, your attorney?
I'm sorry?
You see Mr. Brown? Mr. Brown, they'll provide you all of the information. I've given you verbal notification of the in-person date and time.
Okay. Yep.
That you need to be here.
Can you please just repeat that one more time? I'm sorry.
April 25th, 2023, 9 a.m. sharp, in person, before me.
Okay. 9 a.m. Thank you, Your Honor.
Defendant is to report to community corrections today to begin standard supervision. His bond at this time will continue. If he doesn't report today, a bench warrant will issue, no bond. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Court calls the case. Court calls the case. People versus Matthew Moye.
Vaughn Armstrong, Assistant Prosecutor on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Costin Obesi with and on behalf of Mr. Matthew Moye. Mr. Moye, if you're there, could you please unmute and state your full name?
Matthew Thomas Moye.
Yes.
So what are we doing?
At this time, we would be requesting a brief adjournment. It seems Mr. Moye has picked up a violation and we would seek for a global resolution. So we would ask for a brief adjournment, Your Honor.
I don't want it adjourned, bro. I don't like, nah. I picked up a
Well, hold on, Mr. Moye. Mr. Moye, hold on. That's how you get yourself into trouble. Where's the trying to rush things? We went through this before. So what court is his bond violation out of?
I would have to check, Your Honor. One moment.
about these things, and then we just have 6
Oh,
lawyers.
Mr. Moye, hold on. Just hold on a second. All right.
Mr. Moye, is your violation out of 14A1?
Should be 14A1, I think.
I believe it's 14.
He's before me. That's what I thought. It's a bond violation coming out of my court. So, Mr. Moye, did my probation department give you a date yet on that?
No one's really talked to me about anything, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So just listen up. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Here's what your attorney's trying to do. He's trying to get this wrapped up along with what's going to be a potential probation violation. So he's got to get through the probation department to figure out exactly what we're going to do. Okay. That's what, hold on. That's what he's trying to do.
Okay. I don't
Okay.
want to be in jail, all these things just, get pushed back and back and back. These charges have like that, I'm innocent.
Okay, Mr. Moye.
Yes, sir.
Then we can do it this way. You can do it your attorney's way, or what you can do is you can rush this one ahead, right?
I just wish I'd had.
I'll call down the hallway to Miss Polera. We'll issue a bond violation and you won't go anywhere anyway.
Okay. I mean, I'm not worried about that, Your Honor. I figured I was going to stay in jail. I'm just trying. I'm innocent of these charges. I'm just trying to move this forward because.
Okay. But Mr. Moye,
causing me to
that takes time.
It's causing me to get in more trouble because the police officers are now like, oh, he's got guns, and they're like, it's like
Mr. Moye, I'm gonna have to stop you there. Just allow us a brief adjournment so we can seek a resolution for everything. That's your best option at this point.
All right, man. I mean, I wish you would like talk to me. I wish anybody.
I will talk to you. I'll be in touch.
Like you guys just don't even, and I'm just sitting here like, what's
Mr. Moye.
Yes, I'm sorry, sir.
This is how you get into trouble. All right? You got a good attorney. Listen to him. Listen to him. Mr. Moye.
I am.
Mr. Moye.
Yes, sir.
Listen to him.
Yes, sir, I will. I just wish.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm done. Bond continued. April 27th, right? 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continued. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What's the bond?
Case people versus Treda Guyton. After their name.
MrzFieldzYT, First Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for the people.
Zachary Ward standing in for Assistant Public Defender Torcio Feaster on behalf of Ms. Guyton. Ms. Guyton, can you please state your name? You have to hit the microphone button, Ms. Guyton.
Can you hear me now?
Say your name, ma'am.
Your name?
Treda Guyton.
All right.
Your Honor, Mr. Feaster's notes request an adjournment in this file. I believe they're working on plea negotiations.
Your Honor, do you have a copy of the community corrections report?
I do.
Thank you.
She is currently set for violation of probation hearings in 14B. And she's continuing to testing positive as late as the 10th. Have anything to say to that? You have that bond violation report, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. I have reviewed it, and I know Mr. Feaster reviewed it. I haven't been able. I believe he spoke to Ms. Guyton about it, but I'm not sure exactly on the conversation. But I obviously, Ms. Guyton would be requesting an opportunity to continue to remain at liberty and tackle these issues that are being shown in the bond violation report.
So they told her to appear by noon and to bring documentation for testing because she is indicating there's a medical condition. She didn't provide that documentation. Said she forgot it and has class Thursday and will bring it. She hasn't. Did you bring that to community corrections yesterday then, ma'am? Or actually, then they tried to call her on that date. She didn't return their calls. And CCOP has been closed, so she's not cooperating with anything. Counsel?
And Your Honor, as the report indicates, she is reporting medical issues to community corrections. I don't believe she's supplied verification of those things. I obviously, if the court is willing to give me an adjournment, I would endeavor to get proof for those medical conditions. Additionally, Your Honor, Ms. Guyton, while not complying with every single instruction to the T, she has remained in contact with community corrections, and
Well, yeah, not really, because she didn't have a test on the March 21st. The 30th, she went in, but unable to provide a sample for her drug test after having on the 21st missed. It's stated as a miss because she was unable to refuse. I then have a missed test, another missed test, and then when she finally does test on the 10th, she's positive for cocaine.
Well, obviously not having to discuss the situation with Ms. Guyton, the fact that she showed up on the 10th and tested knowing it may be positive, potentially knowing it may be positive, shows a willingness to want to, continue being held responsible by the court and address these issues. So,
well, except for she doesn't really want to address them because she's missed her CCOP groups and the CCOP case is closed. So, I mean, she doesn't want to address anything. She's just continuing to use at this point. Ms. Guyton?
Ms. Guyton, you have to hit that microphone if you want to say anything to the judge.
I'm on mute.
Yep, you can talk now.
Okay. I will be going to detox. I've contacted Spira. I've done my assessment through the access program people. They will be calling me. I'm fourth in line right now for the phone call. I'm waiting for them to call me back to let me know when I will be able to come in. I've already did all the steps I need to take. I've been approved. They just let me know. They're gonna call me back. I'm the fourth one in line. They're gonna call me and let me know when to come in. I've done all that paperwork, the assessment over the phone, and the whole everything. So I will be going to detox.
And Judge, I'd be happy to refer Ms. Guyton to our wonderful AIM division to try to see if they can assist with cutting through any of the red tape that's preventing Ms. Guyton from actually starting and finishing this treatment.
Okay, look, here's the problem. I gave her a warning back on the 30th of March that she was to test that day. She was unable to provide a sample. But then I told her to resume her testing, and she didn't do it. And now I'm here this week. She's tested positive for cocaine. She's not providing the information. They've closed their CCOP case. This point, her bond, I'm going to revoke her bond. She needs to turn herself in, and let's see what's going on with her. At this point, I'll give you another date. I'll give you April 27th, but she better get herself in and turn herself into the court or turn herself into the jail. I'll give you another date, but if she doesn't turn herself in and we have to go get her, that's going to be a whole different story because she won't have a possibility of getting out with me until this thing's resolved.
Understood.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case. People versus Rexie Wells.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Grace Groton appearing on behalf of the people.
And Your Honor, Gina Noveski versus Assistant Public Defender with and on behalf of Mr. Wells, who is appearing from the Zoom access point.
Can you state your name?
Rexie Wells.
All right, Mr. Wells, let me first start before we get to the other case. I have a new complaint. And it is a 2-count complaint. And that complaint, Mr. Wells, alleges that between the dates of January 6, 2011 and January 6, 2013, at the location of 12805 Whitaker Road in Augusta Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, count 1 alleges that you committed criminal sexual contact in the 2nd degree with a person under 13, where the defendant was 17 or older. You understand the nature of that charge, sir?
Yeah.
That is a felony punishable by up to 15 years and lifetime electronic monitoring and mandatory AIDS and STD testing. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
All right. Count 2 alleges that between the same dates and at the same location, it alleges the same offense of criminal sexual conduct, 2nd degree, person under the age of 13, where the individual is over the age of 17 or older. And you understand that, sir?
Yes.
All right. That is also a felony punishable by up to 15 years incarceration, lifetime electronic monitoring, and mandatory testing. You understand all of that, sir?
Yes.
All right. First question I have for you, sir, is do you wish to be represented by an attorney?
Yes.
This is a public defender case.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Gina Noveski, First Assistant Public Defender on behalf of that new case. I would ask the court, he'll stand mute, and I would ask the court to set a probable cause conference date.
All right. Well, okay, council. Will the 4th work for you, Mr. Noveski? And we waive all timelines?
Sure.
Okay. Probable cause conference. Defendant have a waive formal reading, standing mute, court will enter not guilty plea. I'll set probable cause conference May 4th, 2023 at 9 a.m. and then we'll set a prelim from that date. Is that the date you want the other one adjourned to?
Please.
Then
Yes, Your Honor.
the other case, I'll adjourn the probable cause then to that May 4th day, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond on that case will continue. Does this new case involve the same victim or alleged
No, Your Honor.
victim?
Different victims.
As to bond.
Your Honor, we're hoping that in this particular case that the court would consider a personal bond. Mr. Wells already posted a bond on the other matter, I believe. He has appeared 4 times now, I believe, on the other case. He has appeared and used the access point every time. I don't believe he's had any failures to appear. So he certainly is someone who will appear for court. His prior history is I believe, a breaking and entering from 1975 and nothing since then, I don't believe. He has a stable residence in Inkster. He's widowed, 72 years old. He works at 3M and has been there for 6 years. All of these charges are over 10 years old. And unfortunately, he posted everything he had on the other case. So he has nothing to post on this case, but I think he has demonstrated that he complies with his bond and that he appears for court. And given the lack of criminal history and how far back these charges date, I would ask the court to give him a PR bond on this new charge.
All right.
Your Honor, the people.
Response from the people.
Thank you, Judge. The people would respectfully object to a personal bond for safety to the public, specifically children. This new case came about because of an investigation involving a child in the other CSC. There are 2 different victims. Both victims are minors, and the people have safety concerns for the public, and we would object to a personal bond.
Again, Your Honor, these are over 10 years old, and there have been no allegations of any bond violations to my knowledge.
Oh, somebody attacked. Well, I'm just trying to get the time frame. I have January 1st as the offense date, I believe, on the first case, or the case that was up today. Then I have a period in time on this case that coincides with that date, then leading up to 2013.
I believe that is correct, Your Honor. Those are the allegations. January 1st, 2012.
2012.
Is what I have on the complaint on the case that was already charged.
Hang on. I have, well, unless it got changed, because what I have, you're talking on 0098, right?
Yes, Judge.
I
Could be reading, it could have been amended at a prior date that I wasn't there for.
because I have, oh, do you have January 1st, 2012?
That's what I have.
Okay, it was amended to January 1st, 2011.
Okay. And then this one that he just got arraigned on is also January 2011 to 2013. Is that correct?
I have on this one, January 6th, 2011 to January 6th, 2013.
That's what I have as well.
I'm having, what was his bond on this other matter?
I believe 5,000 cash or surety.
Pardon?
I believe it was 5,000 cash or surety. But I could be wrong on that too, Judge. That's what I show. That was posted.
And you say he's residing where?
He lives at 1516 Woodland Drive in Inkster, Michigan, Judge.
With whom?
He resides alone, Your Honor. He is widowed and he's been living there alone for the past 8 years.
I do have some concerns. With the fact that there are children involved. What are the ages? Because I just have under 13 on both of these cases.
Your Honor, I have a date of birth, I believe, of 2003. Is that correct, Ms. Broughton?
Your Honor, from the police reports, it looks like this newer case involved sexual contact with a 7-year-old. And the first case involved sexual conduct with court's indulgence. I'm looking for the age.
I believe also 7 or 8. Birth date of 2003.
That's correct, Judge. Both very young children.
I guess on the old case, the one that was set, he was just put on a exclusion zone, but the problem is we don't know where he goes necessarily. I mean, we certainly would be able to track him, but we don't. All right. I understand the age of the cases. I would indicate that the pattern and the time period are a bit disconcerting to the court. I also don't know. Let me put it this way. I don't think that these cases often exist in isolation. And that's part of the concern that this one's coming up. And then there's another one that comes up. I realize these are just allegations, but I think it appropriate, given the circumstances, and I will review it once I get, if there's additional information to be provided to the court. But at this time, I'm going to set the defendant's bond at a $25,000 cash or surety bond. I will order the standard conditions in this case, including no assaultive behavior and no weapons. There is to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drugs. There is to be no contact with, Clissa Johnson, and that no contact would extend to any social media contact. It should not, or any indirect or through third parties. Do you understand that, sir?
Yeah.
I am also going to order that upon the defendant's release, that it would be a GPS tether, and that he would be on home confinement if he is released and posts that bond. Sir, are they there? All right, sir, you're at the location. There are officers out there right now to take you into custody. All right. They are right outside the door, so I'd ask that you just go with them. They will take you in and they will book you in on this case.
What's my bond?
Your bond is $25,000 cash surety.
I'm still paying off the 5,000. And I'm still paying
Right.
off, I'm still paying off the 5.
I understand that, sir, and you can talk with your counsel. I don't have a problem on May 4th reviewing the conditions of bond. Once some additional information can be provided, but at this time, that's my order. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just hoping that you won't cause any disturbance and that you'll go with the officers once they enter the room, sir.
Okay.
All right?
Right.
Okay.
Mr. Wells, don't make any statements about either case, okay?
Yes.
What?
Don't
Do
make
they
any
have it?
statements about either case to anybody,
go.
okay?
He's in our.
Great, thank you.
All right, just wait there. They'll come and get you, sir. And can I see counsel in chambers, please? Can I?
Of course, Judge.
Yeah, I'll go off the record first. 14A stands adjourned. That's my last one.
Will you hand me my screen box?